ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Syracuse.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When you're league...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Snags it inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse. They draw first blood, and that is exactly... Want to open the season with a drive like that.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. First down here for the offense. The give out of the gun. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball. those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. Line gets set, first down. Motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
And the Volunteers look to keep this drive humming. He'll come out throwing on first down, trying to get to it.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. On third down, he drops to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Blasted as he lets it go. And that pass is intercepted. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. That's the last thing this defense needed, a penalty to keep the drive moving. It's 1st and 10. Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down, and good execution by this offense. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. He is going nowhere. Stops at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Little over anxious out of the stance early, and it's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Feeling some heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle.
That makes the score Syracuse 7, Tennessee 3.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Leaves it with the running back. Gets it across the 10 to pick up a 5 and out of trouble to the 12.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Keep it on the ground. Tackle is made after the 1st down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the 1st. Let's see what happens next.
Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack, once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
The RPO, it's complete. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. With jet sweep pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Defense might bring the house here. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
How many first downs is that alone?
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Quick handoff. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Syracuse 7, Tennessee 3.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Got his man quickly. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Orange.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Miami is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that may get its own 30 for 30 after this one. They're up 14 over Air Force. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Give to the running back. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Ready to fire from the pistol. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Line getting set on second down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Dialing up a second down pass play. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the defense is going to get 2 for the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The returner brings it out to the 38, and the Syracuse offense will take over. 1st and 10.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Gets it out fast. Open space at the 25. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Syracuse.
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's looking to throw. Uncorks it. Got his man. Then they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. To the ground to try to move the chains. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The balls are moving quickly down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
The incompletion brings us to second and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks the tackle. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. Out of the shotgun on third down. Pressure coming. And they can't make the play on third down.
Well, on third and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. It's good.
The kick is good. That makes the score Syracuse 23, Tennessee 6.
So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Fair catch called for and made. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. He'll take it himself. Across the 45. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
For offensive coordinators, you see big runs like this in the first half, man, it gets you excited because it opens up the whole playbook, everything I have to use. I like all these.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Going up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Cuse. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Let's see. He can block. He can catch. He can run. Yeah, let's just forget about the blocking for now. The catching, the running, the scoring is dangerous.
And they do the dirty work, but this is what they would prefer to do. These guys want to catch touchdown passes. Most of these guys were wide receivers in high school, and they show you why. They'll go up, get that football, make plays for the quarterback.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Miami is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about at the U for a long time. They're up by 18 over Air Force. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Tennessee ready to go to work, the big orange offense on the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Running back searching for a hole. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Quarterback will audible. Wants to throw on first down. Unleashes one. Pulls it in. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's right on target. They get him down after he makes the catch.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tennessee!
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. First down here for the offense. Looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Lets it go. And that pass picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 20. Touchdown ball. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. A first down for the offense. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On second down, wants to throw it. On the move, he fires. Makes the grab. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he's forced out of bounds and missed his opportunity to get rid of the football. A huge loss forced on the play. The Volunteers will call on their punt team. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Catches it cleanly at the 20. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Syracuse.
Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, the ground game. Turns it on at midfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Fires to the big fella.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that thing.
Second down coming up. Trying play action. Quickly out to the tight end. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Syracuse right back at it. Right back to it. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Texas A&M packed a wallop today, and in many ways it felt like it packed the 12th man with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in College Station. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Well, after not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Running back goes in motion. Oh, he's looking to throw. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He makes the catch. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Give to the back. They finally make the stop at the big run. There's plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this cat.
Flushed out of the pocket. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Syracuse 33, Tennessee 20.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Wide receiver's going to get a shot at it on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Well, it's a really nice job by the defense there, anticipating that they might see jet sweep here down close to the goal line. Good play.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack. You avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Slams it ahead. And the defense drags him down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
A fourth quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Bounced right back to them. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this one.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. The quick out. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The give from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. He uncorks one deep. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Orange. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the 4th. A very efficient 5-way scoring drive. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off. Didn't know where to go, and the ball is loose. He's got the ball. They get him for a safety. He tried with everything to scoop it up and get it out of the end zone, but they were there to stop him.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field, they got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better